The game it's challenging to play, and it's reminiscent of a whole bunch of games. Like the one I always use is like The Long Dark, which is one of my favorite games at the moment, or something like Stranded Deep, or even things Terraria, Starbound, stuff like that, right? But that is in this context, in the context of a game that's being shown at E3 and stuff like that. It's maybe hard to get that across because those are really incredibly popular games, actually, and played by lots of people. But they do have moments where there's not that much going on, or it's quite challenging, or you're just surviving in a little cave with with your last match.
G'day chaps, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some reasons why I think you shouldn't buy No Man's Sky before launch. Now, a couple of disclaimers before I get into it. Firstly, I'm not saying that No Man's Sky is going to be bad, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't actually buy No Man's Sky. I'm not going to be ranting. I don't do that on my channel. But my point really is around not buying No Man's Sky before it launches. And we have to bear in mind that the price is not small. For No Man's Sky, we're talking about $60. This is the same price as a AAA title like GTA 5 that had been in development for years and had hundreds of people working on it. Big budget stuff. But without further ado, let's get straight into it. Number 5. Basically, we don't know much about the game at this stage, and they've been pretty cagey around what the game is actually going to involve. This may change, of course, in the run-up to June and the release of the game, but there are too many questions for me around whether the game's going to have enough depth. Is it going to be like Elite Dangerous, where it's very, very broad, but there's not actually that much to do, there's not that much variety in the game? This is a real concern for me. There are concerns around, is it going to be boring? Is it going to be fulfilling? And also, is it going to be replayable? We just don't know yet. Okay, number 4, we have to bear in mind that this is a small indie development team. So this is not Rockstar Games. And because it's a small indie development game, it's more likely to be buggy. It's also possible that because it's a small team, they are likely to be a bit more naive, and this will make a bit more sense when I go into the next point. But these guys have never had a major release before, so we just don't know whether... I believe there is a chance that they don't really know what they're getting into, in that the publisher, who is a very big publisher, has kind of taken control a little bit and set the price and is maybe riding this hype train, which takes me into point number 3. The hype train around this game is enormous. It's absolutely huge. Despite the lack of information about the game. And this is not surprising because the concept is incredible. The idea of procedurally generating an entire game, music, planets, animals, the whole thing, it's amazing. I'm amazed by the idea and the fact that they're actually pulling this off. However, the publisher, I believe, has clearly seen a huge dollar sign in the middle of this hype train. And we all know how this goes. We've seen it with DayZ before. Games that where they took full advantage of the hype. They brought out a game, they charged quite a lot for it, and then massively disappointed quite a lot of people. DayZ is still in development. It's ridiculous. Which kind of takes me into point 2. There's no alpha. There's no beta. They're going straight into a full release version of the game. And then if we bear in mind that this is an indie developer, and they're not going to have the resources to really, really test it, on every machine and make sure that it really functions properly and that it's optimized as it should be, I really, really have to question why there is no alpha or beta. That would seem to be the smart thing. Even games like Star Citizen, with their enormous $100 million budget, they still have alphas and they're still going to have betas. It just makes sense. So that really makes me question whether it's a good idea to buy the game before launch. But the main reason, number 1, is that we know absolutely for sure that the game will get cheaper. We know it will get cheaper. Every game goes through the same sales cycle. On release day, it's full price. And it's full price because those people who are really excited about it, the developer knows that they're going to make most of their profit from those people. They'll buy the game at full price. They're called first adopters in a technology sense. And then after maybe a month, there'll be a price drop of 10% or 20%. And then 2 or 3 months later, that discount will get bigger, and then they'll start going into the Steam sales, and you're actually going to be able to pick up the game for a very, very reasonable price. And by that point, all the bugs will have been ironed out, and you'll know for sure whether the game is for you or not. So my personal recommendation is not to buy No Man's Sky before launch. Just wait and see. See what it's like. Watch other YouTubers playing it, and let them iron out all the kinks. Let the price drop as well. Why wouldn't you? That's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope I save at least 1 or 2 people a little bit of money, and I will see you in the next one. Ciao for now.